The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture present Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson. Also presented by Double Diamond Farm, Gulfstream Park, Ocala Breeders Sales Company, Tampa Bay Downs, Valerie Daly of Showcase Properties, and Woodford Thoroughbreds.
Hello everyone and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring stakes action from closing weekend at Santa Anita, including a major upset and the Grade 1 Gold Cup. We begin at Prairie Meadows with the Grade 3 Cornhusker handicap. Golden Ticket, the 6-5 favorite. Jim McCauley picks up the call.
They went past the half-mile pole here, and the half in 47.36 down to the second turn. It's Right to Vote now kicking on for home. Ground Transport still right there in second. Carve is third, followed up next and fourth by Bellarmine. Golden Ticket has about 4 lengths to make up, starting to close in, passing horses, and so too is Lent. They come to the top of the stretch in the Cornhusker. It is Right to Vote still on top from Ground Transport in second. Carve is under a ride in third. Golden Ticket has to swing wide in fourth. They're homeward bound now. Right to Vote, Carve, Ground Transport, Golden Ticket down the center. Arajana is getting into it from the back of the pack, and so too is Lent. Homeward bound, Carve, Ground Transport, Right to Vote still there too. Golden Ticket is back into fourth. It is Carve on top here in deep stretch, and Carve and Jesus Castanon to win the Cornhusker, I believe, ahead.
4-1 second choice Carve by Claiborne Farm Stallion First Samurai. The winner officially by a neck over Right to Vote. Jesus Castanon aboard in 150-2. Third in the Grade 2 Oaklawn handicap, Carve was last seen winning an allowance optional claimer at Churchill Downs. Grade 1 placed in the Arkansas Derby last year for Steve Asmussen. He's 3 for 5 since Brad Cox took over as trainer for the current campaign. The 4-year-old gelding was bred in Kentucky by Claiborne Farm and Adele Del Schneider. Carve has earned $562,000 for Michael Langford. To Santa Anita for the Grade 1 Triple Bend Stakes. Even money favorite Sahara Sky trails the field as we pick up the call by Trevor Denman.
Into the turn they go. It's declassified down at the rail. Cyclometer right up alongside. Wine Police are close up third. Indexical is in fourth. 3 lengths back now to Drill and Sahara Sky, who's still got 5 to make up. A quarter of a mile left to go. Declassify at the rail and Cyclometer stride for stride. Wine Police on the outside, then Indexical, Drill, Sahara Sky just never got going today. Sahara Sky's last. They come for home. Cyclometer the leader. On the inside, Declassify, Indexical chasing them, but it's Cyclometer in front with a 16 to go. Cyclometer, Declassify at the rail. Cyclometer, Declassify, gonna hit it together. Oh, it's close. Look like Declassify got up.
2-1 second choice Declassify fights back to defeat Cyclometer by a nose. Martin Garcia aboard the OBS Cells graduate in 122 flat. Impressive winner of his first 2 starts at 3, the Bob Baffert trainee making his stakes debut against Grade 1 Company. This was his second start off a 7-month layoff. The 4-year-old gelding by Orientate was bred in Kentucky by Gaines Gentry Thoroughbreds. A $17,000 yearling turned $450,000 OBS March 2-year-old. Declassify has earned $261,000 for Kaleem Shaw Incorporated. More racing coming up, but first here's the upcoming schedule in the Breeders' Cup Win and You're In Challenge Series.
A new challenge has begun. And for the world's top thoroughbreds, there's a new reason to keep running. Win, and they're in. All summer long, the best horses will race to earn a spot in the richest event in horse racing. Don't miss the drama that unfolds in the Breeders' Cup Challenge Series. All summer long on NBC and NBCSN.
Hey racing fans! With EmpireCityBets.com, you can now place wagers from the comfort of home on thoroughbred and harness tracks around the world. Empire City Bets is an advanced deposit wagering service that offers both internet and phone wagering. With EmpireCityBets.com, you get sign-up bonuses up to $300, weekly promotions, and daily rewards on most tracks, including an industry high of 8% on Yonkers races. You also enjoy live video and race replays, and with exclusive content from some of the best handicappers around, there's no other place you'll want to bet. Don't race to any other site, race to EmpireCityBets.com.
Combining the legacy of Kentucky with the fertile breeding ground of Florida. Woodford Thoroughbreds proudly introduces in 2014 Warfront's best son to stand at stud, multiple graded stakes winner, Sold Out, and juvenile Grade 1 winner of the Hopeful Stakes, Currency Swap. Woodford Thoroughbreds, where a new generation of horse racing excellence has begun.
Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish. Florida produced Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man. Florida is one of the premier breeding regions and training centers in the world. We are a leading prep center for Derby winners and contenders. We boast of premier veterinary research centers and 3 major racetracks. Florida has the largest 2-year-old in training sale in the world, selling horses 6 times annually. Florida is proudly represented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association. Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish.
Discover beautiful Ocala, Marion County, horse capital of the world. I'm Valerie Daly. Let me show you all our area has to offer. Here are a few recent listings. Saddlebrook Equestrian Estates, Champions Circle, Countryside Farm, and Ivy Lane. Ocala, Marion County. Come for a visit and you'll see why it's a great place to live.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 2 San Juan Capistrano Stakes coming up in this segment. We begin with turf fillies and mares at Santa Anita in the Grade 2 Royal Heroine Stakes. Peranda, the 2-to-1 favorite. Once again, here's Trevor Denman.
Onto the backstretch they go, and Kathleen Rose, just at a sensible pace, leads it by a length. Peranda is now right there in the second spot and cutting into that leader. On the far side, Duchessa now moving up to put more pressure. They're quickening to the half mile. In behind that comes Redress the Balance in the 4th spot. Then Moulin du Morgan dancing to the stars. They 5 off the leaders. Moon's My Name starting to get closer as the grey. Then back to Stormy Lacey. Behind that comes Habibi, and Wishing Gate is still last. They are coming to the top of the lane. Kathleen Rose on the inside. Duchessa right there. Now Peranda in the white blinkers makes it 3 in a line. Moulin du Morgan running a big one, although has to go 4 wide. They come for home. It's wide open. Kathleen Rose hanging on. Peranda in the white blinkers. Moulin du Morgan is chasing them on the outside. Homeward bound. Peranda gets the advantage. Kathleen Rose battles right back. Kathleen Rose, Peranda, nose and nose to the wire. Peranda gonna win it. Peranda gets up to win it.
Florida-bred Peranda out finishes Kathleen Rose by a neck. Elvis Trujillo aboard the OBS Sales Graduate in 135-1. After winning a pair of stakes at Gulfstream Park earlier this year for Lone Stable and Rodolfo Garcia, the mare was acquired privately by Jillian Campbell, Dan Clark, and Gatto Racing. It was transferred to trainer Jerry Hollendorfer. Winner of the Grade 3 Wilshire Stakes in her California debut, she was coming off a 3rd-place finish in the Grade 1 Gamely Stakes. A $13,000 OBS April 2-year-old, Peranda has earned $668,000. The 5-year-old mare by English Channel was bred in Florida by Kinsman Farm. Florida breds, race 'em or chase 'em. To Belmont Park for the Grade 2 New York Stakes. Riposte at 6-5, a slight favorite over Tannery. Tom Durkin has the call.
So they're midway down the backstretch run. It's been Cara Raffaella so far. Positions have been unchanged in the order. Gathering 2nd, Scampering 3rd, Riposte 4th, Tannery 5th, and Inimitable Romane remains in 6th. And they've been that way pretty much for 3/4 of a mile in 1:13.1. Now the tempo starts to quicken as time starts to tick away. 3 furlongs left here. And here comes Gathering with a bold challenge for the lead for Viva Raffaella as they turn for home. And Riposte appears to their outside as the field makes the turn from the top of the stretch. Tannery in behind horses, still 4th. Still 4th with a furlong to go. Scampering at the rail, Inimitable Romane. Riposte kicks to the lead. It is Riposte in front. Tannery trying to get to her, but time has run out. Less than a 16th of a mile to go, and it is Riposte who reports home by a length and a half.
The top 2 choices battle it out with regally bred Riposte, the winner officially by a length and a quarter over Tannery. Joel Rosario aboard in 159-3. A Group 2 stakes winner at Ascot last year for Lady Cecil, Riposte has been in the money in all 5 starts this season for Bill Mott including a front-running score and the Grade 2 Sheep's Head Bay Stakes. The 4-year-old filly by Dan Seeley was bred in Great Britain by her owner Juddmonte Farms and is a half-sister to Grade 1 and Group 1 winner Powers Court. Riposte has earned $462,000. To Churchill Downs for turf milers in the Grade 2 Firecracker Stakes. Silver Max, the 6-5 favorite, Larry Comas picks up the call.
Guy's Reward continues to race at the back, 7 lengths off of Silver Max, who went 46-4 for the first half mile and carries his speed into the far turn. And Regally Ready is now edging up alongside as Free World is back running in third along the hedge. Then it's Nicky's Sandcastle right alongside of Free World. Villaindry is next, and then comes Valentino Beauty. Silver Max coming to the top of the stretch in front. He has led every step of the way so far, and Silver Max comes into the stretch with a 2-length lead over Regally Ready. Nicky Sandcastle on the outside is next, and Free World is gaining ground on the hedge. Silver Max has the lead coming down to the 16th pole. Free World on the inside. Villaindry far outside. Nicky Sandcastle, Guy's Reward coming late, but Silver Max comes back a winner.
In his first start in nearly 8 months, Silver Max, the front-running winner by a length and a half over Nicky Sandcastle, who noses out the winner's stablemate Guy's Reward for place. Robbie Alvarado aboard in 134-1. A 4-time stakes winner last year, including a victory over Wise Dan in the Grade 1 Shadwell Mile, the Dale Romans trainee was making his first start since finishing 4th to the 2-time Horse of the Year in the Breeders' Cup Mile. The 5-year-old horse by Badge of Silver was bred in Kentucky by Steve Snowden, Seth and Will Laufer, and was a $20,000 yearling. Silver Max has banked $1,913,000 for Mark Bacon and Dana Wells. Back to Santa Anita for the closing day feature, the Grade 2 San Juan Capistrano Stakes. Quick Casablanca, the 3-5 favorite. Once again, here's Trevor Denman.
So they've covered half the journey now as they set off onto the backstretch, and now Big Kick starts to sneak away from them out here. Big Kick not using up much energy, but he's going well clear as they move on to the backstretch now. Big Kick and Victor Espinosa, they've opened up to lead by 7 lengths. Black Spirit is in second, and there's another big gap of 5 back to bail out Bobby. Dr. Action is losing ground on the inside. Now Quick Casablanca is getting a little closer. Star Spangled Heat is in the red cap in behind that. And being eased out of it now is American Act. Never happy from the beginning, and American Act's eased. Into the turn they go, and Big Kick telling them, come and catch me, you want to win it. It is Big Kick, still well clear and strong on the lead. Big Kick by about 9. Now Quick Casablanca comes to take him on. He's got big long strides. He's been hard ridden, but he's closing the gap from second. At the top of the lane in the San Juan. And Big Kick is still 5 in front. Quick Casablanca's giving chase. The rest of them of no consequence. They come for home, and Big Kick's holding on to the lead. Quick Casablanca is closing, but not quite quick enough. And it is Big Kick holding on to it as they run down to the wire. And Big Kick, Victor Espinosa, stole that march, and they couldn't get him. Big Kick's won the San Juan.
9-2 second choice Big Kick by Windstar Farm stallion Tiz Now opens up 10 lengths down the backstretch, then holds off odds-on favorite Quick Casablanca by 2 3/4. The third victory in the San Juan Capistrano for Victor Espinosa. Time of the race, 2:46 3. Big Kick making his stakes debut after rolling to a front-running score in an optional claimer at 1.25 miles over the course. The 5-year-old gelding was bred in Ontario by Adina Springs and began his career competing in the claiming and allowance ranks. Trainer Mike Mikowski purchased the racing prospect for $30,000 at Keeneland last November. Big Kick earned $120,000 for winning the San Juan, boosting his career bankroll over $254,000. The winner is owned by Ernest Marchowski, Ken Shaw, Kate Walters, and Lowhigh Stable. Thoroughbred Week is presented by Spendthrift Farm, now offering seasons to its stallions on Southern Hemisphere breeding time. Call Ken, Des, or Mark today for more details.
Private Zone hanging on to the lead. The Lumber Guys under a hard ride from second. Baz Marty, and now here's Jimmy Creed. And Jimmy Creed, Orange Cap, one from the inside, unbridled, slow down the centre, Drill running on late, but it's Jimmy Creed with a 16th to go. And Jimmy Creed in a scintillating performance today. Jimmy Creed and Garrett Gomez take the Malibu stylishly.
It all started with a dream. A dream to be the best, to breed the best, to race the best,
Super Saver Russell Meyer. What a finish to the classic.
and to stand the best. Windstar Farm, dedicated to the dream.
A Florida bred. He is not just a racehorse. He is our heart. He is our toil and sweat. He soaks up the bright sunshine, becoming mighty and strong. He feasts on our abundant grass and drinks our mineral-rich water. He is a way of life, our champion. His excellence brings us chills as he competes, inspiring us to greatness. He is our purpose, our soul. He is a Florida bred.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 1 Mother Goose Stakes coming up in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. We begin with fillies in the Grade 3 Iowa Oaks. Rhea Antonia, the 2-1 favorite. Jim McCauley has the call.
And Dream Spinner's all alone at the top of the far turn. Dream Spinner is clear here by 3. Size is next. Along the inside, it's Awesome Jill. Thank you, Mary Lou. Still has about 6 lengths to make up. Rhea Antonio trying to run on from behind. Tiz Windy is next, and Sugar Shock has dropped back. Sugar Shock is now dropped back to last as they pass the quarter pole and come for home. Dream Spinner on top now from Size and Awesome Jill. Homeward bound, Dream Spinner is still on top by 2. Size is way out in the middle of the racetrack now as they come into deep stretch. Rhea Antonio is running on from behind. Final furlong, Dream Spinner has been caught by Size. Rhea Antonio down the center, and Awesome Jill is next. They come down to the final half of furlong, and Size and Junior Alvarado going on to win the Iowa Oaks. Beats out the charging Rhea Antonio.
13-1 Size by Claiborne Farm Stallion First Samurai holds off the favorite Rhea Antonia by 1 1/4. Junior Alvarado aboard in 1:43 3. The Belmont trainee won her first 2 starts, then finished second in the Jersey Girl Stakes at Belmont Park. The winner was bred in Kentucky by her owners, Claiborne Farm and Adele Dilschneider. Size has earned $200,000. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit brisnet.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year, now including sire stats. Next from Prairie Meadows, the Grade 3 Iowa Derby. Vickers in Trouble, the 7-5 favorite. Again, here's Jim McCauley.
They go past the half-mile pole. Embellishing Bob just on top here. From I Got It All in second, and Vickers in Trouble 3 wide. The back markers closing in now. Russell in 6th spot. They're tightening up. Jessica Starr with the black cap is next. Charge now after that. Smack, and Tarniche. Around the second turn, Embellishing Bob is still there. Embellishing Bob, I Got It All. Vickers in Trouble now to the outside, and they're about to be joined by Jessica Starr. These 4 are clear. 6th spot is dropping out of it. They take the turn and swing for home. Vickers in Trouble. Embellishing Bob is still there as they come for home. Jessica Starr is next up. They come down to the final furlong. Embellishing Bob is still hanging on by a thread here with Vickers in Trouble in second. Jessica Starr. Russell in is next, and Tarniche from the back of the pack, and here comes Jessica Starr on the grandstand side, and Embellishing Bob coming back. Jessica Starr and David Mello to win the Iowa Derby.
9-1 Jessica Starr gets up to defeat Embellishing Bob by a length. David Mello aboard the Keeneland Sells Graduate in 1:44 flat. The Mike Stidham trainee was coming off a victory in the Prairie Mile. The gelding by Magna Graduate was bred in Kentucky by Elizabeth Alexander. First or second in all 6 career starts, Jessica Starr has earned $275,000 for Mark Breen. David Mello with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. To Belmont Park for the Grade 1 Mother Goose Stakes. Untappable bet down to a nickel on the dollar. Tom Durkin has the call.
The leader is Princess Violet, the leader by a length and a half moving into the far turn. America's second, and just a gentle reminder from Johnny Velasquez for Untappable. And there she goes on a march now after a 45-4 opening half mile. So Princess Violet is targeted by heavily favored Untappable, just a half length behind now. A break of another 5, and America couldn't keep up with the front runners. House Rules is now called on for run. Aqua Regia trails the field. And as the field comes to the top of the stretch, Johnny Velasquez is just a passive partner aboard Untappable, who takes the lead at the top of the lane. Untappable coming to the 8th pole, just opening up at will. Princess Violet, no match for Untappable. For Untappable is matchless. Oh, look at this. This is just poetry in four-legged motion. Untappable, her march to a title, continues unabated here.
Despite having to check early, Untappable rolls home by 9 1/4 lengths over Princess Violet. John Velasquez up in 141-2. Untappable has won 4 graded stakes in 4 starts this year, including a 4.5 length score in the Kentucky Oaks. The filly By Tappet was bred in Kentucky by her owner Winchell Thoroughbreds and is a half-sister to Grade 1 stakes winner and millionaire Patio Prado. Trained by Steve Asmussen, Untappable has banked $1.3 million. Untappable paid the minimum $210 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. Coming up, an upset in the Gold Cup.
Share what you love about Florida.
Living up at the Downs. Do you like having a great time with your friends and family? Then you will have a great time. Come out to Tampa Bay Downs and you will see Thoroughbred racing, Texas Hold'em tournaments. You gotta know when to pull them. Help your golf game at our practice range. You can bet there's so much more. Tampa Bay Downs, live it up at the Downs.
Declaration of War has taken it up and wins the Queen.
Departing wins the Illinois Derby.
War Command has gone clear in the Coventry.
Warfront has sired graded stakes winners on every surface and Grade 1 winners, both in the U.S. and abroad. To top it all, his $2.5 million colt was the highest price yearling at the Keeneland sale. Making a global impact, Warfront continues the legacy of his sire, Danzig. Warfront at Claiborne Farm.
203, 203. Last year, the world's leading yearling sale was redesigned with 3 distinct markets to engage buyers from start to finish. And the results were impressive. September yearlings accounted for 90% of all million-dollar horses sold in North America last year. And the cumulative average topped $100,000 for only the 4th time in the sale's history. The Keeneland September yearling sale starts September 8th.
In the back, 1,200,000. Thank you. Good luck.
Time now for the feature race of the week, presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. It's the Grade 1 Gold Cup at Santa Anita. Game On Dude attempting to win this race for the 3rd consecutive year, the 4-5 favorite. Here's the call by Trevor Denman.
And away they go in the Gold Cup at Santa Anita. Game On Dude, bloke like a rocket from the inside gate, and Game On Dude goes straight to the front. Fury Cap Curry, those right up alongside, so here's the speed duel we expected, and they are sprinting. Fury Cap Curry, Game On Dude back in the second spot. They've gone a big 5 lengths in front of Majestic Harbour. Clubhouse Ride just been patiently ridden down at the rail, followed then by Imperative, who's a good 9 lengths off the leaders. Behind that, Ladaris and Salto de Indio is last. They hit past the 7/8 pole now, and it's Fury Cap Curry. No turning back now, has gone out clear, but he has slowed them down a lot now, and Gary Stevens quite comfortable on Fury Cap Curry. He's gone clear though by 3 lengths. Game On Dude tracks from second, then Majestic Harbour. Clubhouse Ride getting a little closer now, is 7 off these leaders, another 3 back to Imperative, then a gap of 4 back to Salto de Indio, and Ladaris is last of a strung out field. They make their way to the half-mile pole, and Fury Cap Curry just waiting for them now. He's leading it by just under 2. Game On Dude is patiently ridden from the second spot. Then Majestic Harbour. Clubhouse Riders in 4th. Now only 4.5 separates those first 4. They taking closer order. Imperative been asked to pick it up. Coming to the quarter pole now, and here comes Game On Dude to take them on. Game On Dude. Fury Cap Curry tries to go with him. Clubhouse Ride got a dream run through on the inside. Clubhouse Ride, there goes Majestic Harbour. These two now go on. Majestic Harbour, Clubhouse Ride. Game On Dude has not gone on, and Fury Cap Curry's thrown in the towel. Imperative on the outside. They are homeward bound, and it is Majestic Harbour looking for the upset. Clubhouse Ride, Imperative. Past the 8th pole they come, and it is all Majestic Harbour striding away from them. Majestic Harbour and Tyler Bays have the Grade 1 Gold Cup at Santa Anita wrapped up. Majestic Harbour, very impressive.
14-1 long shot. Majestic Harbour takes advantage of the early speed duel to roll home by 6 1/4 lengths over Clubhouse Ride. Tyler Bays aboard the Keeneland Sells Graduate in 2:01 and 2, a 1:03 brisk speed rating. A 3-length winner of the Grade 3 Tokyo City Stakes 2 starts back. Majestic Harbour finished 3rd behind Clubhouse Ride and Fury Cap Curry in the Grade 2 Californian. Sean McCarthy took over as trainer, with a veteran runner was sent to Southern California for his current campaign. The 6-year-old horse by Rockport Harper was bred in Kentucky by Liberation Farm and Brandywine Farm, and is a half-brother to Grade 1 Arkansas Derby winner Danza. Majestic Harbour has earned $655,000 for Gallant Stable. The future Grade 1 winner was consigned by Liberation Farm to the 2009 Keeneland September yearling sale, where he was purchased by McCarthy for $20,000. Grade 1 Gold Cup winner Majestic Harbour, the Keeneland Sells Graduate of the Week. We'll have the Grade 1 Belmont Derby, the Grade 1 Belmont Oaks, along with the Grade 1 United Nations Stakes and the inaugural running of the Los Alamitos Derby next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week is presented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture. Online at tbredweek.com.